Well, g'day guys. Welcome back to the channel once again. Now we're going to start it. I've got to do it. I've put it off long enough. I've told you about it over and over. Here it is, the Breville. Today we're starting getting this into there. But there's a few things that we've got to do to the chassis before we get this in here, which is standoffs. And the standoffs hold the ladder assembly. There's a couple of other things in there. There's a couple of tag strips which it holds up. So yeah, there's a little bit of organisation got to go into this before this bit. Not a lot. It's just that the old noggin isn't quite as responsive to memory as what it used to be. So I'm going to go back and have a look at some pictures, have a look at some videos. I'll slip on the screen some of the pictures as we go along. And yeah, try and get this once and for all back together. Now, just before we do that, it was my birthday yesterday. I thought I'd share this. It's as though I know you guys. You're part of the channel. And it was a big 7-0 birthday, and I want to share the unboxing of my present. Not really electronically related, although some of it is Bluetooth. Okay, let's have a look at what this is, and then we'll get back onto this just quickly. Okay. What an absolutely wonderful 70th birthday. Couldn't wish for anything more. Kimmy bought me, as you can see, the Ziggy. Kimmy, my wife, the Ziggy, a pretty top of the line Ziggy, I think, although it's a 3-burner to me, way above my standards. But yeah, the Ziggy with heaps of accessories. Thank you very much, Kimmy. So much appreciated. Simo, my son, bought me a candle, which is, it's a lavender amber and it smells beautiful. A little vintage, it's just a little piece you put on display. It's yeah, one of those little fellas, and it's superb. That's my life right there. Okay, so he also bought me this baby here, gold label, Johnny Walker. Doesn't get any better. He knows what I like. Absolutely wonderful, Simo. I can't thank you enough. It was just what you did here. I'll include this as well while we're talking about things. It's just a box, and it's printed as a stereo on the box. You lift it up and hinges, and it's for my record collection. They go in like so and close him up, and that's for my record collection. So, Simo, you could not have bought me anything better. A lovely card, 70th birthday card. So what an unreal, absolutely incredible 70th birthday. Went to Bathurst yesterday, to B-Town, to a restaurant, bar and grill, had a magnificent meal there. Thank you very much, Kimmy. It was fantastic. Then we come home with the barbecue. What a great 70th. Anyway, I just wanted to show my appreciation for everything. Simo, you certainly went out of your way, out of your depth with what you got. And as a lasting present, the real thing that he gave me, which was unreal, which was myself, Simon, and my grandson. And let's have a look at that. And here is something so special. so special to me that there's the old Teco Baz, son Simo, and my little grandson Saxon. So, guys, thank you so much. It means so much to me. Yeah. Okay, we'll stop this before I get emotional. Right, let's get this out of the road. I'll be very careful here for breaking some wires off that we don't need off at the moment. And let's get on to this. Okay, let's have a look under here. Now, our ladder goes along the back side here. This is the back of the chassis. So our little standoffs will be in here where our ladder goes. And what I've got is I've polished these up. So they look good when they go in. So we've got 4 for the main ladder, and I've got 1 extra for 1 tag strip that holds a couple of caps, I think, from memory, a couple of caps and a resistor. But anyway, we'll come to that. So now it's a matter of finding out where these go and get them into here. Looking at this, I would say there, possibly there, and there, possibly there. Some arrangement here. Let's drag out a picture and have a look. Righto, guys. Now, as per the picture, you can see with this little hole up here and the one next to it. Now, just have a look at the picture there. You can see that the top one is an actual ground wire that runs along the top, and yeah, that's part of our actual loom or the wiring assembly. And the one underneath it, which is here, and we'll go back to the picture, that fella is the fellow that's got where the standoff's got to go. Okay, now this standoff, all the standoffs I want as certainly grounded to the chassis. So seeing we've painted the whole chassis, this looks a bit dangerous, doesn't it? That looks very dangerous. Let's just, I've got a wide drill there, just take a little bit of the paint off both underneath, like so, and he's back to metal there. And on this side, being that hole there, we do exactly the same. And that way, we've got a good grounding for that point there. So when we put our screw in, he's well grounded. We've got a star washer there that goes straight onto the metal. And now we put our standoff on, star washer, a nut, and with this one, there will be another nut that goes on to hold the tag strip. As you can, yeah, you may not be, depends on which picture. We'll throw a picture there now of the tag strip, that one there, and yeah, you can see see what we've got to do there. So back to the chassis. There he is. We'll just give him a little bit of a tighten up. Okay. And he's certainly making good ground contact with the chassis. We don't want to put any of this over the top of the paint where it needs to be. So while I'm under here, we'll do the second one where the other fella's got to go. That's enough there. And this one will be a ground point, which is great there. But we can't do this one until we put more of the assembly inside him. Okay, now up along the back here is where our ladder's going to go. Let's I'll pause the video. Have a look at some pictures here. I'll drag out what we need, and we can have a look at where all the rest of these have to go. There's 4 of them along here with the ladder sits on. Okay, so after looking at that photo, this is the back of the radio. We have that hole there, that one there. We've got this one here. Sorry, that one there, and that one there. That is the 4 holes that the spacers go on to hold our ladder. Okay, so let's do them next. Tidy them up, get the paint off, and get them fitted. Now I'm only doing that lightly. Certainly don't want to put much pressure on it, but just to take the paint off around the holes. Now, under here, we've got those 2. So, it's that one and that one. As I said, these are ground points on the ladder, so they have to make good contact. There we go. Okay, let's get these fellas in. These do hold the spacer itself, and it's tightened up, and then there is another star washer and nut put on these after we get them in that holds the actual ladder. And this has been a long time since we started on this radio. It seems like forever. I don't like going this long with a series, but with this one, I don't want to make each segment very long. I just want to give you updates of each little part that I do. I have a lot of work on at this end as well, so I can't spend days and days of the one thing. Editing takes a lot of time, as you know. For every hour of recording, there's about roughly 4 hours of editing to go with it. So you're looking at, you do an hour's work, and it's actually 5 hours of work that's got to be done. So yeah, it just takes a while to get these videos out. And if they're nice short little ones, well, it's a lot easier to fit them in. Okay, right, that's our 4 spaces. I'll tighten those up. Okay. Okay, so basically that's the spaces done. That's got to be done. The other thing that's got to go in here is our resistor bank that fits on those 2 there. Now, what I've made up, you probably saw me in early videos, our resistor bank, which is just our B plus split. It will go in like so. Probably, I can probably fit that a little bit later on. I think now we'll look at getting some things in. The band switch, the volume pot, tone, well, we're going to do that later. And we can always put this in. It's in an open area, so it can be fitted a little bit later on. So now I think it's up to really our I'm thinking about this as I go along. Our ladder and, well, the rest of the bits and pieces. How about we get them and see, is this all going to fit in where it should? Okay, there we go. Job done. It does fit in there. But there's a few of these things around, like loose wires and bits and pieces, we better fix up. Okay. Enough of the clowning around, Baz. Let's get back to it here. Our ladder and our valve sockets. Now, where can we've got that one, that one, that one. This fella here, actually, he's got to come around a little bit, like so. This is interesting, isn't it? It's interesting for me because I don't know whether I'm going to be able to finish this video. Okay. Now, brown wire, we know from our pictures, down the bottom there, goes down, right down the bottom. He's got to go on that side so that he fits in. This little our valve, yeah, okay, bear with me while I'm thinking about this. Volume control. It fits over here somewhere. Okay, or is he over this side? Not real sure yet. Okay, I think he's over here. Okay. I've got a valve base under here. That one there. This one here. Okay. Now the other thing we've got to do is get our coils. We've got to bend things into shape here. Get our coils going. One through there. One up through there. Okay. Things are fitting in a little bit better. There we go. And now, because of the coils are poking through, I'm going to have to get something to sit the chassis on. Okay, now, temporarily, our ladder sits on here. This looks a little bit awkward, but going in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth one along, and that is correct. And put him on there. Put that fella on there. Okay, our ladder is now in. Our volume control, our pot goes up here. We're not real sure where exactly things are going to fit here yet. We've got our P2 base here, which goes like so, fits in there. This fellow mounts on that spacer, like so. I'm trying to convince myself here, guys. And I think the rest of it will be just screwing things together here and then sorting out a few of the wires where we go, and where they were and everything. So our new P2 base goes in there somewhere. Yeah, he fits okay. Righto. This fella down here, that's a ground. So we're looking at our ground wire that we were looking beside that that post earlier. Righto. Now on the other side, we haven't got much yet, but we do have to mount these fellas up and protect them. So I'll be putting the shields over these. We'll mount these. They don't have to be adjusted or anything. These are just air coils of your antenna coil for your shortwave and your broadcast band. Although that might, no, that's correct. And we'll mount them and put the covers over so that they don't get damaged. We can then lay the unit down. So probably the next thing now would be to protect these fellas because they're very easily broken, as you saw in the earlier videos. Okay, so let's have a look in the pictures again. Well, it's pretty straightforward, but see where they go. Okay, guys, I thought I'd give us a little bit of a look of where we're up to so far, a little bit of an update. We just left off, I think, a little while back. We'd mounted the ladder in. I've still got a fair few things to go yet. There's lots of loose wires. Mounted that board. We've mounted the AK2 socket. And I've put in the two aerial coils in there. We're just about to mount this thing up and find out what goes where with it. Now, the aerial coils, as I said previously, they've been put in and the covers have been put on them. So I'm not re-riveting the valve sockets. You may not like that, but anyway, I'm using new stainless M4 screws to mount all the sockets. Makes it a lot easier in the future rather than going through and using the rivets, the brass rivets to mount the sockets. So yeah, that's what we're doing there. But anyway, these fellas are on, so the coils are protected. Now I can sort of lean it up against them and work on it. So yeah, what's next? Probably work out where a little bit of the wiring here. There's a wire here goes to the aerial coil. There's a couple here actually that I've just got to work out what's what. The on-off volume switch can go in there once I get the band switch in there, and probably then go through and mount the valve sockets. But for the moment, I'll bring this back when I get this bit mounted up, and we'll just see what progress or what hassles I've had so far. There hasn't been a lot of hassles. It's just if you're doing one of these or similar and you go back this far, make sure you take lots of photos. I would have a couple of 100 photos of this, of every single part, every single wire, where things go. So yeah, very important to do your photos, and it's just piece by piece putting it back together. Okay, we'll mount this up and I'll come back. Right, guys, well, we've gone a little bit further than what we were going to, but I'm also cutting this video down a bit, so it's I don't want too long a video. We've fitted some things in behind here. Now, because of the way the ladder was, and I wanted it to go in to get some standoffs in, for your trimmer cap down here. Get this fella put in place. I decided to put our screws in our valve sockets, which are all done. The rear speaker socket, which is up here, which is our speaker transformer, field coil, everything plugs in there. And our new socket down here. I've just, at the moment, there's quite a few things got to be connected because we've got no IF transformers or anything in yet. I've got the band switch just sitting in there at the moment. The volume pot is just sitting there for the moment, and I've put in the 2 aerial coils, and now we'll just have a look at the top. And yeah, she's coming up okay. So what the other thing I had to do there was put in our aerial and earth terminals on here, and our pickup terminals. So all in all, because these were under our tag strips here, the ladder tag strip, I more or less had to put these in, and I didn't record all this. This is just basic stuff, fairly straightforward, and I wanted to just get them in and get them done. So there it is so far. You didn't miss much here. What, screwing these in, screwing them up, and soldering a wire on. So there's not much there. And of course the 2 covers for the aerial coils. So there it is, guys. At the moment, that's the update. I'm going to be getting back onto this. I've got to go away for a couple of days, but I'm back onto this next week, possibly next Monday. So today's Tuesday, sorry, and I'm away Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we'll try and get on, hook up some more. As we hook it up, we'll go through the circuit diagram, make sure that everything is connected right. We'll get to do our resistor bank, our power transformer, our filter caps up here, and the wiring of a few of the terminals on the band switch. Okay, so yeah, we'll come back to all that next week. But anyway, that's the update. If you want to follow me, subscribe, please. Looking forward to a few more subs in there, but thank you to everyone that has subscribed and hit the bell so you'll know when the next video comes up. Okay then, if you like it, give us a thumbs up. Until next time, bye for now.